Yo, what is going on, y'all? V-Rob here, and today what we got going on, we'll be talking about my predictions for the Eastern Conference playoffs and the standings of the last 27, 28 games or so, y'all. The NBA trade deadline ended yesterday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So all the teams are set. Of course, the buyout market will be interesting to see. But as of right now, majority of the teams, as you see right now, will be exactly how they are come playoff time, despite injury or whatnot. The standings in the Eastern Conference, Milwaukee is a game and a half in front of Toronto for the 1 seed. Coming in at number 3, the Pacers, number 4, the Celtics, and number 5, the Sixers. And then there's a huge separation. There's a 6.5 game difference between the 5 and 6 spot. There's the Nets sitting in 12.5 games back of the first place spot at 7. The Charlotte Hornets, 6 the Brooklyn Nets, 7 the Charlotte Hornets, 8 the Heat, and 9 the Pistons, about 2 games out looking in. Some notable trades that happened, y'all. Of course, the 1 seed Bucks got Nikola Mirotic. I think Mirotic, y'all, fits that system perfect. You know, Brook Lopez has had an amazing year because of his fact he has limitless range. Hall of Fame, it seems like, for a big man. He can space the floor really well. Sit out in the corner, sit out in the wing, and let Giannis have an ISO situation. Take a man straight to the basket, post him up, and the spacing is so perfect on that team, even with your superstar not being able to shoot a three-pointer. Of course, number 2, the Raptors. They picked up Marc Gasol. That is UA Valanciunas, CJ Miles, not DeLon Wright. It might have been DeLon Wright, I forget, but 2 first-round picks. So they didn't have to get away of Anunoby and Siakam. They still have Lowry, still have Danny Green, still have Kawhi. So they're going to have a very solid 5, y'all. I'm very interested to see what they do. I think they got a lot better with that trade with Marc Gasol. And then, of course, the 76ers coming in at the 5th spot, picked up Tobias Harris, Boban, and Jonathan Simmons. Jonathan Simmons came from the Magic deal for Markelle Fultz. And so their starting 5 is looking as Ben Simmons, Redick, Jimmy Butler, Tobias, and Embiid. In my opinion, y'all, I said this on my Sixers video, that is the best starting 5 in the league besides Golden State. Nope. With 4 All-Stars and Draymond Green. I think right there, y'all, Golden State's right here, and they're just right down there, yo. Starting 5-wise, not from the whole team perspective. Of course, some changes. The Pacers did lose Oladipo. As of right now, they are on a 4-game winning streak. But I feel like in the long run, it's definitely going to affect them, especially when they come in a close game against a tough team. And then as for the Celtics, they really did not make any moves. Yo, they're just going to wait out to the summer to really make a push for Anthony Davis, since they cannot have him on the roster due to the Rose Rule with Kyrie and Anthony Davis. They cannot be on the same team together. And as for the Nets, they picked up, or LeVert came back from injury just last night. And then as for the Heat, they got Ryan Anderson for Tyler Johnson. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. And then for the Pistons, they got Svi from the Lakers for Reggie Bullock. And that's really, I think those 9 teams are going to be competing. I feel like the other teams, the Magic are sitting at number 10. They're not really going to do too much. But, time for predictions. Alright, so for the Raptors and Bucks, y'all, in my opinion, I think the Bucks will get the number 1 team in the Eastern Conference. Y'all, they're a game and a half in front of Toronto. And the thing is, both of them have 2 of the 5 easiest schedules remaining in the league, yo. They have back multiple games against the Bulls, the Cavs. They have games against the Knicks. I feel, and it's very impressive that they have gotten this far with 2 of the 10 hardest schedules up to date. And they're the 1 and 2 spots, y'all. So I expect both of them to cruise easily. I'm going to be interested to see how the Raptors' chemistry works, judging Lowry and Kawhi have not been on the same court for a good majority of the year, especially against solid teams, y'all. The games they've beaten: Golden State, LA, Boston at one time. Lowry and Kawhi weren't on the court together, y'all. The Pacers have the 10th hardest schedule remaining, so I could see them starting to dip a little bit, y'all. They still have to play Golden State, and of course they have to play Milwaukee and Toronto, so I can expect them to dip a little bit. The Celtics have the 6th toughest schedule, so, which I think is somewhat good, y'all. I think their chemistry is starting to click. Of course, they lost a tough one against the Lakers last time because of Rondo. Shout out one time, Rondo!
Here's Rondo, he scored! Buzzer! Oh!
But I could see the Celtics, they're definitely going to top 4 seed, yo. And then as for the Sixers, they catch a break. They have the 19th hardest schedule remaining, y'all, meaning they have the 11th easiest. So I think that'll give them time to, you know, get their chemistry working for the playoffs. Of course, acquiring Tobias Harris, who's been the #1 option all year, who will likely be the number 2, number 3, number 4 some nights option for that team. And I think also another thing to know is that they played the Nuggets tonight, the Sixers, and then they played the Lakers on Sunday. And then after that, y'all, it's pretty breezy. You know, they got the Cavs one game, they got the Knicks 3 times left, y'all. So they really caught a break there. So predictions, judging because of the strength of schedule, where I think the chemistry is going to be. I think number 1 will be the 76ers. I think...
You what?
Or, no. Number 1 will be the Milwaukee Bucks. I think the Bucks have been playing excellent. I think Mirotic is the perfect option for that team, especially coming off the bench is what I think he'll do. He can add them a lot of scoring, a lot of spacing, just like Brook Lopez does. And then number 2, I have the Raptors. I think the Raptors are 4.5 games. Well, they are 4.5 games at the 3 spot. I think Marcus Gasol will really help. The only problem with them is chemistry and how it will work in close games against tough teams. But I see him being the number 2 spot. Number 3, I have the 76ers. The Sixers are just a game and a half for the 3 spot right now. And I think with their starting 5, they have enough, especially getting Jonathan Simmons off the bench as well, and Boban. They can really make a run for that number 3 spot. Judging they have the 11th easiest schedule remaining, I think they'll make a big run with these last 27, 28 games left. Number 4, I got the Boston Celtics. I think the Celtics will stay in the same spot throughout the year, throughout the last third of the season. Like I said, 6 toughest schedule remaining. I think that's good for them. Kyrie's going to average almost 30 points a game his last 11. And yeah. And then as for the number 5 spot, I have the Pacers. I think they will struggle a little bit, but I think that they won't fall far back as where they're competing with the Nets for the 6th spot. I expect the Nets to be the 6th. 7, I got the Hornets. Kemba keep doing his thing. 8, the Heat, and 9, the Pistons. So that last part staying the same, but as for the top 5, yeah. So as for the first round, guys, I think the top 3 teams will advance easily. Then the 4 or 5 matchup, if that's Philly or if that's Boston and Indy, I could expect Boston to win in 5 or 6. And then you have Milwaukee against Boston and Toronto against Philly. 2 amazing matchups, y'all. Like I said, I have no idea how this is going to pan out, so I'm not going to make my predictions all the way through. But we are in store for an amazing, amazing Eastern Conference, y'all. Like I said, you have 4 legitimate teams with stacked teams. Stacked! That can make a run, y'all. You have all 4 of those teams have a superstar, a top 10 player on their squad that can make a run for the championship, y'all. So this is going to be very, very entertaining. I'm so excited to see what happens with the Eastern Conference, y'all. Keep it up. All the teams in there, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you guys haven't even. Thank you so much for those working on. Thank y'all enough. Comment down your predictions about the Eastern Conference below. It's nice seeing the Eastern Conference competitive since LeBron left.
Lobs to Wade. Back to James. James on the drive to the rim. Foul. Drives to the lane. James fires a 3. Bounce and Rozier to the basket. Oh! James falling away a 3. Rozier through behind him. Grab from behind. Steps, tries it again. Puts it in.
I'm about to sing. Peace.